Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today we discuss how Bulgaria's government collapsed under public fury.
Ви уведомявам, че преди гласуването на вота на недоверие, днес правителството подава оставка.
Then we discuss the pros and cons of General Faiz Hameed's case in depth and the question, who's next? Are only the military personnel to be punished, or should politicians also be held accountable? Then we shall discuss Imaan Mazari, who brought the Norwegian ambassador to his knees. A reminder of what a woman can do. We heard ज़न ज़र और ज़मीन इंसानी तारीख के वो तीन महवर हैं जिन पर सदियों से जंगें लड़ी जा चुकी हैं. So let's begin. Firstly, around the world, nations have risen like wildfire. People refusing to bow, refusing to be broken. From Europe to South America to the streets of the Middle East, we have watched governments shake as the masses roared. And now, stepping into that global wave of defiance, here comes Bulgaria. Bulgaria's government has stepped down, shattered by weeks of mass protests over its handling of the economy and deep-rooted corruption allegations. Demonstrations swept across the country, growing louder as public anger exploded over the 2026 draft budget, packed with higher taxes, increased social contributions, and heavier financial pressure on citizens. The Bulgarian Prime Minister announced the cabinet's resignation just moments before a no-confidence vote, saying, "We hear the voices of the people against the government clearly. They demand the government's resignation. We must rise to meet their expectations." But protesters said that this fight is not just about the budget. You can see the clip. They say, no, this is about corruption, how we're forced to live, and the money that has been stolen from us.
Смятам, че корупцията и нивото, в което продължавам да живеем.
Another protestant said, people are exhausted from being manipulated, robbed, lied to, deceived, impoverished, and seeing lives destroyed. So on Wednesday, the capital, Sofia, erupted. Around 100,000 people, mostly young, flooded the streets demanding the government fall. And finally, it has. Well, this resignation comes just weeks before Bulgaria joins the Eurozone on January 1st, a moment meant for stability. Well, now they're thrown into political uncertainty. Let's see where things go from here. Now, discussing Pakistan and General Faiz Hameed's case in detail. The decision has proven one thing: Pakistan's army legal system and accountability mechanisms are transparent. It does not matter whether the accused is senior or junior, accountability applies to all. A senior officer has now been punished based on charges proven against him. This strengthens the rule of law within the army. He faced 4 charges. One of them, under the Official Secrets Act, resulted in a 14-year sentence. This is a major decision. No one is above the law. Well, he also exercised his right to defense under Article 10A, appointing lawyers who were present throughout the proceedings. The trial began on August 12, and the verdict came on December 11. Well, around 15 long months. No one can call this rushed. All legal procedures were followed, all defense opportunities were granted, and only then was the verdict delivered. He still has the right to appeal under Section 133D within 30 days, and he should. Only the 4 investigated charges were decided here. Any political elements or separate matters will be handled independently. If the charges are framed unproven, punishment will follow. If not, there will be no punishment, of course. Army officers are prohibited from political involvement. Section 26A makes this an offense, punishable by up to 2 years. Violating the Official Secrets Act in matters affecting national security is dealt with under the Pakistan Army Act. That is why FGC/GCM can take place. The 14-year sentence is the maximum punishment under that offense. Misuse of authority, misuse of government resources, or causing wrongful loss to any individuals are punishable offenses. Throughout the proceedings, many witnesses appeared, including witnesses in his defense. His lawyers actively participated. Claims that he was denied a fair chances were countered by ISPR, confirming he had full legal rights and still has a right to appeal. Historically, similar cases exist. Lieutenant General Jamil, attempted rebellion, received 14 years. Lieutenant General Javed, espionage, punished. Brigadier Mustansar, attempted overthrow of government, received 14 years. Major General Zahirul Islam received 7 years. Uzair Raja, sentenced to 14 years recently. In this case, 2 colonels were also involved. Their trials will proceed alongside, and those involved in the conspiracy will face punishment. He can still appeal to the High Court, the CDF, the Supreme Court, and finally seek mercy from the President. You see, the Pakistan Army is an institution of international supremacy and transparency. But the question is, why are politicians exempt? Politicians must also be held accountable. They cannot freely contact foreign powers claiming Pakistan or its defense institutions are weak. After this decision, Imran Khan and his party members must face strict accountability, the same people who were constantly protected by the courts. In case of General retired Faiz Hameed, 14 years of rigorous imprisonment, honors withdrawn, government privileges and pension terminated, bank accounts frozen, all movable and immovable properties they are seized, arrest orders issued for his brother Najaf Hameed, family placed on ECL, and still punishment for treason in the 9th May cases is pending. Well, it's a historic decision, a victory for justice. Political interference, becoming PTI's advisor after retirement, involvement in 9th May, rebellion against the state, all are proven. Top city case and misuse of authority proven with evidence. Well, this strengthens the rule of law and accountability in Pakistan. Now look at this picture. Is it any surprise that the Norwegian ambassador turned up to show support to Imaan Mazari in court in personal capacity, of course? Why does an ambassador attend a private citizen's hearing? This is not a Norwegian national, not a consular support, no protocol. He never attended the trial, but suddenly he appears in the Supreme Court at the request of a party or maybe an individual. This is influence, not observation. Diplomatically, this creates pressure, something no country allows. Well, my question to him, this is important, sir. What's next? Will you attend Imran Khan's trial as well? Possible angles? Why is the Norwegian ambassador attending a private Pakistani citizen's hearing? What message is he sending? Showing up at the request of a party, it becomes interference, not observation. Pakistan's judiciary is independent. Foreign presence in politically charged hearings create pressure. If this case has nothing to do with Norway, why is he even there? Would Norway allow Pakistani diplomats inside their courts? The ambassador has never done this before. Why now? And for whom? Hosting a foreign envoy inside Supreme Court is political signaling. No country accepts judicial pressure from external actors. Then why should Pakistan? Well, Norway crosses a red line. Is Norway supporting anti-state activity in Pakistan? That's the question. The ambassador's appearance aligns with the PEN Norway's network known for platforming separatist narratives. Maharang Baloch was detained for inciting unrest. PEN Norway showcased her internationally. Her allegations mirror BLA propaganda, yet PEN presented it as human rights. Kia Baloch, a PEN Norway officer, amplifies anti-Pakistan narratives and lobbies for awards. Norwegian officials met Pakistani dissidents, Nobel Committee influenced through advocacy. Imaan Mazari, nominated by WEXFO, echoes similar narratives. This creates pressure on Pakistan's institutions and judiciary, unacceptable for any sovereign state. Well, questions now arise. Is Norway supporting anti-state activities in Pakistan? Is the embassy being used as a conduit for such activities? What is the purpose of frequent meetings between Norwegian officials and Pakistani dissidents? This fuels a strong perception in Pakistan. Anti-state activities have foreign backing. The West still carries a colonial mindset. Human rights activities are often foreign political tools. PTI's campaign has been exposed as foreign-driven. Why doesn't the ambassador visit families of BLA victims? Will he attend the trials of the terrorists? Well, that's it for today. This is your very own Fariha Farooq signing off. Keep watching 360 Digital English. Take care. Allah Hafiz.